welcome back to Nano Education. This is lesson 3 of the Electron JS course. In this lesson, you'll be learning how to create your own menu. So, why create your own menu? So there's like multiple reasons why someone might choose to create your own menu versus using the default menu. Because that you're in control of what you want your app to be. You're the developer, you get to do what you want. You're not the person who developed Electron is not in charge of your app, alright? They just made it. Now it's up to you, whatever you want to do with it. So, for example, like a Word, like if you're using Microsoft Word, you can go under the File tab and click Print, alright? So menus are like a great way for new people to explore what your app, like what functions are available to them. And most of the time, and so on a Mac especially, you can actually use the menu to actually learn all your keyboard shortcuts for the app, which is incredible. You don't have to even read the documentation. It's like most of the keyboard shortcuts are like mapped already. So on the Mac, it's very easy. And then on the Windows, using a menu is kind of low. Instead, it's like the app has its own integrated menu. Yeah, so, but if you're developing cross-platform, most likely you'll have some Mac users. So why not just include that as well? So how would your menu look like? So depending on your platform, just like I talked about, so on Mac OS, the menus are on the top bar, while Windows menus are attached to the app. Alright, so on the right, I have Microsoft Visual Studio, a Hello World project, something. It's just a basic program, and that's how the menus can look on there. Depending on your app, it will look different. But what you can do is actually, so what we'll be learning is called a frameless app, which will allow you to actually, basically take so basically it'll allow you to get rid of the menu on a Windows machine and just have your app, alright? I'll teach you guys that also. And then on the Mac, it'll be on the top, alright? Very simple. So how can you implement a menu? So basically, implementing menu is a very simple one. So inside of Electron, you just want to begin with importing menu from Electron, alright? That's the function that holds everything. Now, our menu will be stored inside a template variable, alright? Which then we will pass into the menu.build from template. Look, menu is the function that we're building on with the method, which is build from template. And then we pass in template, alright, which was a variable. The command will be stored inside a variable, so we'll store that in a variable, which then will be outputted in the set application menu function. Alright? So let's go talk about custom roles and the predefined roles. So basically, Electron comes with menu roles that you implement into your menu automatically. So you can use, like, for example, quit app, about, services, hide. Those are most of the Mac ones, but okay. So we can create our own roles for the menu that we are creating, like adding a new item to your product list or something, alright? But in this lesson, we're just going to talk about predefined roles, alright? And so basically, the reason is because when you implement, we don't have like any fancy functions right now that we can actually implement into our menu, right? We're just in the beginning. We don't even know how we can do stuff. So for that very reason, we're going to use predefined roles, which will allow us to quit the app. We'll learn separator, we'll learn the hide, unhide, and about, quit. Exactly, so it's going to be pretty fun. We're going to learn how to create the labels, a file, edit, history, whatever you want. Alright? So let's go and get started. Inside a code editor, I have a package.json with the name, description, whatever. But inside your scripts, you want to have a start script and say electron dot in that directory, right? Then inside of that directory, you have an index.html, index.js. So let's go ahead and quickly set up a normal Electron JS app. Alright, this is part of the base template. I have a video on that if you don't understand. So we're going to bring in const app browser window. Alright, and then we're just going to require Electron. Alright, simple enough, right? Well, it's going to get more difficult. Just kidding. So let main window, so we initiate a variable, then function create window. Alright, which is going to be main window equals new browser window. So new browser window, which is going to take some parameters, but we're going to leave it blank. Then main window dot load file. So basically what we want to load index.html, and boom. Then we're going to sit. So now, let's learn. So let's just launch our app to see if it actually works. So we'll do npm start. Alright, so before we run npm start, let's go to our index.html file, and just say electron. And in our body, let's just say in h1 of hello world. Alright, so it has something to load. And then now we're going to rerun the command. So an error that I found is that, so when the app is ready, we want to run create window. Alright, sorry. So now when we run the code, hopefully, it runs. So we get hello world. Great. That's what we want. So we just quit our app. Now what we want to do is implement our menu. So we just bring a menu. Alright? That's exactly what I was talking about. Now, once we have brought in our menu, let's gonna create our menu. So I'm gonna do const template is equal to, remember the template I was talking about? Now, inside of here, I'm going to display something. So I'm going to display a simple concept. So I'm going to create an object literal. Inside of that, I'm going to have a label. We're just going to say file. And then in the sub menu, alright, this is where your sub menu goes. So we want to do sub menu. And then another array. Inside of that, we'll have a predefined role of quit. Now, when we run the app, I want you to notice something. Alright, so when you run it, our menu doesn't display. Whoa. That is because we didn't even tell it, well, how do we want the menu to look? So we're going to go down here and say const menu is equal to menu.build from template, and we want to pass in template. Then we want to do menu.set application menu, and we're going to pass in menu. Now when we run the app, we will get hello world, and then our menu says quit lesson 3, which is the app name obviously, but it says quit. But didn't we define file? Well, that is because on Windows, if you were to go ahead and open this, if you have a Windows machine, you will not see that, right? But if you're on a Windows, by the way, this role is supposed to be closed. So if you're on Windows, it's closed for you, but on a Mac, it's quit. Alright, I'm just gonna add a comment. Windows equals close, and then Mac. So then Mac equals quit. Alright, make sure you know that. Otherwise, your app is not gonna run properly. Alright, so what we want to go ahead and do is create another template literal. Not a template literal, a object literal. And then inside of that, what we want to go ahead and do is before we can even do that, alright? So, before we even create that, we want to say 3, so we want to do spread, and we're going to do process.platform is if it's equal to Darwin, then we want to open that template literal and create a label, and then the label is going to be app.getName. Alright? So I wonder why this is giving me an error. Alright, simple I think. Alright, we'll figure it out if it's why it's giving me the error. Alright, so then we're going to put a comma and then say submenu. And inside of this submenu, let's just quickly do a role of about. Alright, you're gonna soon learn all of your roles that are required. It's actually a lot of fun learning your roles. Alright, so after the bracket, we're gonna have an empty bracket, alright? Which should now, and then we're gonna put a comma there. Your code should look like that. And then now let's go into file quit, Electron about lesson 3. Boom. Now we're getting file. Just like we needed. So what we want to go ahead and do is let's go and learn some more methods. Alright? So, I'm going to bring this on the next line. And then we're going to take that on the next line. But I was going to just copy this comment, put it here. That's exactly where it's supposed to go. And we're going to put a comma here. Alright? Now we want to, let's go and try a different role. So this is going to be inside the file. And let's just say, I don't know, copy. Now when we run the app, let's go and check it out. File, copy. So we can start copying. And then it has start dictation emoji, which is Apple's default things. Alright, not bad so far. But what we want to go ahead and do, this will be inside of an edit menu. So we can just get rid of that. It's not worth it. Alright, so let's gonna continue creating this menu that we have here, which I think is a little more important. So, if it wants to. So let's gonna do another role. And this time, let's gonna look like a separator. What a separator is. So now when I run the app, we go to Electron. Here's a blank one. This is a separator. It basically separates. So we're gonna go ahead and quit. And then what we want to go ahead and do is have another role. I hope my code extension doesn't. So I actually have Prettier installed, but keep on fixing this. So let's just do services. Alright, there we go. Now when we rerun the app, let's look at what services is. Services! Alright. So basically we're starting to, so if we just click on Finder and look here, we have like preferences, services. We're trying to create this similar type of menu. Alright, so we're gonna have a couple more. So if you're on a Windows machine, you're not gonna see this. This is just for Mac OS. So let me quickly explain what Darwin is. Darwin is the platform that Mac uses, alright? That's what it means. Basically, it just means if it's a Mac, show us this. Alright, let's go and look at another, so we're gonna do another separator. But this time I'll speed up a bit. Then we're gonna do a hide. Alright, let me just put my commas. So hide, we're gonna have hide others. Alright, then we're gonna have a unhide. If I can spell. Then we want a separator. By the way, this is from the documentation if you're interested in knowing where I got this stuff. So separator. And then quit. Alright, if I run the app, look under Electron, boom, we have a full menu created. Boom. And this took less than a couple seconds. And then our file just has quit. So let me show you how to create another menu item. So we're just gonna create another object literal. And inside of here you can put everything. So we'll say edit. And then I want my sub menu to go inside of here. And then we're just gonna have a role of, let's just say, cut. So let's try make sure this is lowercase. We're gonna have copy. And then paste. So let's see how this looks like. So when I run the app, go to under, at copy, cut, copy, paste. Alright, so this is exactly how you will be creating your menu of your app. Alright, so I hope you learned a lot from this, like, in general of how to create a menu. All this code will be in the GitHub repository. Alright, so if you did not want to code yourself, just want to copy and paste the code and test around, play around, you can definitely do that. And check out the documentation for more of these roles. There's a lot of them out there. Trust me, like, we were able to create a whole entire edit tab and roles. Like, literally, we had no custom role yet, alright? So, sooner or later, we'll learn how to create those roles and have some fun. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next one.